Soloing Razorfen Downs was significantly harder than doing the Scarlet Monastery dungeons. Here your gear will start to matter quite a lot. I think you need about 150 spell power with consumables to do this, since that amount about doubles your healing from drain life and boosts siphon life also well. With phase 2 gear and buffs you can get well over 200 spell power, which is more than enough to do this, but if you lack a bit gear and have less than that you might struggle, but don't worry, you can still complete this instance, but be ready to wipe quite a lot. Your talents are kinda self-explanatory what comes to boosting shadow damage and healing. I recommend you take improved Curse of Weakness with your spare points. You can opt into Curse of Exhaustion if you like to kite a bit more effectively, but that doesn't really make it or break it. About runes, I really recommend everything that boosts your spell damage, and Demonic Knowledge is probably the best ability regarding spell power. At the time recording I didn't have Demonic Knowledge, and if you don't, go Dance of the Wicked. It's easy to get at least. Consumables will make this instance very much easier than doing it without them. Major Draws, Plow Potion and Armor Scrolls are very recommended, and the different elements resistance potions come in handy here at certain points. Also at this level you can get Wizard Oil and Arcane Elixir, which will boost your damage and healing well, so get them. As you can see in the footage, I didn't really realize these when I did this run, but I will certainly be using them from now on. Also you should be getting the Gnomeregan world buff, it's boosting your healing a lot too. You can use it from the beginning, but I recommend you boon it before second boss, because the skeletons can wipe you very easily. That happened to me, but I completed the instance without the world buff, so it's doable. Well, let's talk about the trash mobs. They are very hard. They have all sorts of different debuffs, diseases, slows, silences, you name it. Also the packs are pretty big and there are many patrols that respawn very fast also. And I'm not sure if that's always there, but there's a bugged mob pack before the last boss and I really struggled there. And if they bug to you too, I will tell you a helpful tip in this video so you can hopefully get past them. What comes to trash tactics, use weakness on melee hitting mobs a lot and try to burst down at least one pretty fast. Siphon life all targets and of course remember drain life always. Use Curse of Tongues on casters and some of them shoot shadow bolts, so use Shadow Ward. If you struggle with mobs, kite as usual. There are a couple of kite spots near second boss and near third one, so use them if needed. Shadow Ward and Shadow Protection Potion will also come handy when fighting Withered Guildguard. They have a pretty nasty disease that lasts for 3 minutes. I think it makes more damage than you can regen out of combat, so it's good to notice that if there's an easy pack before you, you can also fight them to get healing up and stay alive. After the second boss there are frozen souls that will silence you, but that is only a thing if you ninja pull more than you wanted. You can outrun this silence, so watch out when they cast and start moving away. If you got this far, congrats! Now there's a jump spot showed in the map here, and you probably will have to use it a couple of times during trash and final boss kill, so learn it when you have killed the pack above it. Now here is the bugged mob pack that will cause you some hard time. I don't know what's going on here, but they drop your every dot and debuff about every 15 seconds or so. I recommend you try to play around this so that you apply your drain life right after you see your dots have dropped out. Now let's get to boss tactics. In the Tuten'kash Kong hitting event, run to the way you entered the room after you hit the Kong. This way you avoid ogring all the mobs at the same time. Do this twice. When you hit the Kong the third time, the boss will appear. Use Nature Protection Potion here so you mitigate some of his poison damage. Weakness also is a good option since he bursts sometimes many hits in a row. Try to kill him before he does kill you. The second boss, Mordresh Fire Eye, has a lot of skeletons around him. You can pull these without aggroing the boss, but sometimes he comes too. You can do 2 different tactics to kill the skeletons. First there is this AoE method, but this is somewhat volatile, so I really recommend you just trying to kill them one by one and reset them in the spot shown in the video right now. Remember to boon your world buff if you try the AoE method. The boss itself is pretty easy. Just nuke from a distance since he does some fire nova. Do Curse of Tongues on him to mitigate some damage. Easy kill. Next up, Glutton. He's a tank and spec fight like any other abomination bosses in this game. He does some damage when he enrages, but just kite him because he's slow at this health percent. Okay, to the fun part, Amnennar the Coldbringer. I didn't have frost protection potions with me, but I really recommend you do them pre and mid fight. His frost bolts hits very hard, but they can also be interrupted, so that's why I chose Fell Hunter here. When he spawns ads, just start kiting. Kill some of the ads while you're running and try to last the boss. Now here you probably need to run to the jump spot, so I hope you really learned that well. He has quite a lot HP, so this fight will take some time. There's really not much more to say about him, but I really hope you get your ropes of the Lich. Now that's it for the guide. Like if you liked and sub to see me doing more solo dungeon and Season of Discovery content. Here's your full run, speeded up. Check video description for fast navigation. See you again next time. Peace!
I don't like this place. We will save the Lord. We will step across this paradise. Soon, the start of the move about. Soon, the start of the move about.
Now what is that?
We will save the Lord. We will spread across this land from the scourge. smell steady and living.
Glad.
Spirits, attend your master.